I don't care if you've been playing that Kena Bridge of Spirits all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Chula. Smoke out family, that thing shit. On my left, oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
Yeah, we're here back up in this again. Give you that dankness and be up in your feelings, like seeing a lightsaber umbrella.
On my far right, engineer, and I'm the one to two. Choke people out on three post Chronos.
Missing white girl syndrome is a real thing.
Mm-mm-mm.
Damn.
Thing.
Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
The person who killed Batman's parents saved hundreds of lives. Just saying.
Ooh. God damn. Here we
Happy
go.
Batman Day.
Happy Batman Day indeed. Kronos, you usually got some statistics for us to start us off.
I do have some statistics. I have to press a couple more buttons because I have to wait until we go live before I can say what the stats are on YouTube. So Dre Pettigrew, this name sounds familiar, but I haven't seen him on the list for a long time. So I don't know if you've been listening still. I remember you were a listener back in the day at least. So if you went away for a while and came back, welcome back. If you've been listening the whole time, thank you very much. I remember the name. So first in the chat would be Cakeman. So what's going on, Cakeman? And right behind him would be my boy Mike from the Marine Corps. So also known as XXTatsXX on Twitch. He's a streamer. So support him. Support a veteran gamer that streams. So
What's he usually stream?
He streams all kinds
Fighting
of shit.
game?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
he streams like what is it? I know he streams like a lot of shit.
Porn?
I'm trying to think of like the last thing. No, definitely not porn.
You do a webcam girl?
I'll have to ask. Mike, put in the chat. What's the main thing you stream right now? Because I know he goes back and forth. We played I think Borderlands 3 together or something else together a couple times. So
Nice.
yeah, he streams a lot though. I think it's like his main source of income right now. So yeah, definitely support him.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Why do it look so short?
why do he looks? I don't know. Your camera's up high.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa, it looks like I'm fucking gonna sit on the ground or some shit. You know, it's funny his handle, how it starts off with the XX. Like I remember like when I created like my AOL account or something like that. Like I used the same name, I just added 2 X's in the beginning and 2 X's at the end.
Yeah, it's super old school, like AOL days and fucking IRC days. Actually, no, it'd be more AOL because IRC you could have kind of a more unique thing going on. Not have to worry about it, but AOL, legit, you had to come up with like a real username with a bunch of bullshit.
Man, the first what was it? Where you fool people online?
Chatterbait?
Yeah, or the bait and switch bullshit where you told people you were this, but you really weren't that. Was in them AOL chat rooms.
That's where that shit started.
Remember the ASL thing, like a sex location thing in AOL? Man, being like
Anytime.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say anyone that still does that, is probably a bot or really old. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's saying. Obviously, I'm not in group chats really anymore, like mass group people. But yeah, if you put ASL somewhere, like you're just aging yourself. Like, like you might have a knee replacement or a hip replacement at this point in time.
Might be on that AARP.
Yeah.
Old Ninja, speaking of AARP, what you got and who you pouring out that brown stuff, that brown looking for?
Hey, it's not always brown. Sometimes it's like golden.
Pink.
Yeah, like Schlitz. These RIPs are brought to you by Schlitz Smoke Liquor. Yeah, because Schlitz is kind of golden brown. But we're going to start off with Jane Powell, born Suzanne Lorraine Bruce. She was an American actress, singer, and dancer, and appeared in MGM musicals in the 1940s. She's from Portland, Oregon, and was performing on local radio shows at the age of 10. She went to Hollywood at the age of 14, won a talent show, and signed a contract with MGM the very next day. She went on to star in many musicals, films, and TV shows. Some of the shows she's appeared in, I guess, more recently or contemporarily, The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, Murder, She Wrote, and Growing Pains as Grandma Seaver. She stopped acting in the early 2000s, but she continued to sing and work in the industry, hosting the Turner Classic Movies program and a few stage performances. She passed away due to natural causes at the age of 92. Next up was Anthony Johnson, actor and comedian Anthony A.J. Johnson, who's best known for his role as Ezel in the film Friday.
Smokey!
He also appeared
Back to taking a shit.
in other popular films. He's in the film House Party as Eze. That's the letter E, the letter Z, and the letter E. And he has a strange resemblance to the NWA rapper Eazy-E. He's also appeared in films such as Baps,
Does he
Panther.
look like Eazy-E, though?
Yeah, I'm gonna just give me a second.
Okay.
He's in such films as Baps, Panther, Def Jam's How to Be a Player, I Got the Hookup, and The Players Club. After the House Party film, he started doing stand-up thanks to the help from Robin Harris, another popular comic at the time. He also appears in Dr. Dre's Dre Day music video as Sleazy E, a parody of Eazy-E, but then he also appears as Sleazy E again on Eazy-E's Real Motherfucking G's video.
He played them both.
Getting paid.
Yeah. On September 6th, he was found unresponsive on the floor of a store. His death was publicly announced on September 21st. He was 55.
What? Wait, hold on. And Friday, wasn't he the one that said my neck and my back?
I was just about to say that.
Yes,
He was
he's
trying to get his
yes,
$20,000.
Yeah.
Or $20.
Shit.
yeah, same character.
God
That's
damn.
character Ezel.
There's actually like somebody posted up a picture because like he's passed away. Granddad or Craig's dad passed away. Wait, he passed away, right? Witherspoon?
You're referring,
John Witherspoon.
you're referring to the Friday meme where it shows
Yeah.
the people that have passed away that were in the film, including John Witherspoon, Bernie Mac, now Ezel, Debo, aka Tiny Lester. There's a couple more. I don't know. I don't remember her name, but the lady who took off her wig or her hair, she's all bald. She's passed away.
Look like Janet Jackson.
Yeah, and there's one more person. I don't remember the last one. But
I mean, that movie is old now, so
Yeah.
so are fucking we.
Yeah, that's true. That movie came out in '95.
Yeah.
There you go.
Damn.
It's on HBO Max right now.
Yeah. Really? It's a great movie. If y'all haven't watched Friday, watch Friday.
Next up is Willie Garson, best known for his role on Sex and the City as Stanford Blatch, friend and confidant of Carrie Bradshaw.
Oh,
He started out.
the one gay dude.
Yeah, he started out on shows such as Family Ties, Cheers, and My Two Dads. He has nearly 300 appearances in TV alone, and he's been in.
Oh man, my bad. I was trying to do mute. My bad.
I was like,
Is that a high five? Wait, here.
Yeah, that was weird.
He's been also in 70 films. Some of his recent work was in White Collar, the Hawaii Five-O reboot, Supergirl, and Big Mouth. He is slated to appear in the Sex and the City revival spin-off series later on this year. He was 57. I did not see cause of death because he passed, I believe, today.
Damn.
Well, everybody was around the same age that passed away on this list so far.
So far. Well, no, one was 92.
Oh, that's different.
And then kind of hot off the presses, I kind of got this kind of late because I was in transit. Melvin Van Peebles, influential, trailblazing black filmmaker. Where is it?
Is that Mario? Is that Mario People's dad?
Yes,
Yep.
it is Mario Van Peebles' dad. He is the director behind Sweetback's Badass Song, an indie film about black life in America. It also proved that films starring and produced and directed by African American can be profitable, and depending on who you ask, it either set the stage for blaxploitation films or was around the ground zero of the blaxploitation era of the 70s. He's known for directing movies with his son, having his son star in it. He's done a lot of avant-garde films. He's also a actor because he's starred in a bunch of films, some of which you might have missed, like Boomerang, True Identity, Last Action Hero, which I don't even remember seeing him in, but he's
Oh
in
wow.
it. Terminal Velocity, which was a Charlie Sheen action film, which I've seen multiple times. The Hebrew Hammer, and there is a 2013 romantic comedy called Peebles, in which he plays Grandpa Peebles. A lot of the times, him and his son worked on films together. When he did Sweetback's Sweet Revenge, as some people called it, he didn't have money for marketing, so instead he used the soundtrack from the film to promote the film, which garnered a lot of people to come in and check out the film based off the soundtrack.
Okay, he was in the Fist of the North Star, by the way. The live action.
Oh, the live action?
Yeah, he was Asher. That's pretty funny.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's had a huge history in Hollywood, being both in mainstream films and also doing indie films. He worked very closely with his son, as I said. He was 89. It's a long time.
Here's the thing I'll say. That Sweetback Revenge, that shit still holds up. That shit was awesome.
Sweetback's badass song.
And then they did a remake one, I think.
So the remake,
called Badass, right?
The remake is called Badass. Is directed by his son Mario Van Peebles, it's not a remake. It's a documentary and a love letter to his.
That one was excellent. I watched that first.
You saw that first? Okay.
Yeah, they hold up, man. That's what got me interested in it. It's just incredible. Definitely watch it if you get a chance.
Yeah, he has a huge laundry list of films. He's been influential to a lot of filmmakers, both both on both sides of the color line, as people want to call it. But I would just say, to other filmmakers as well. I mean, he's been, praised numerous times in my life that I have seen, because I had no idea. I just knew that he was Mario Van Peebles' dad, and then when I went back, I was like, oh, he's a director too. He's directed this, and this, and this. Oh shit.
Yeah, you get. There's absolutely no way you get any Spike Lee without him. So.
Oh, definitely not. Same thing with
John Singleton.
And I wanted to say Barry Gordy, but that's not. He's worked kind of with Barry Gordy, very famous Motown. Is he one of the founders of Motown?
I'm pretty sure owner.
Yeah.
He's got a complicated history. Don't go down the Barry Gordy stuff yet.
Yeah, no. Well, Barry Gordy is still with us, so. But yeah, I got this late. So, and then last but not least, I'm gonna kind of steal the wheel here again, but my last RIP was probably gonna jump off our very first topic. Gabby Petito, I believe that's her name. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. It could be Pieto. I'm not sure. I haven't been watching the news, so I haven't heard anyone say her name out loud. So I'm going to pronounce it Pieto until someone says something otherwise. So Long Island native Gabby Pieto's high-profile case that's gained an unbelievable amount of traction in the media and on the internet. To give you premise, she was traveling with her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. The boyfriend returned to the couple's Northport, Florida home earlier this month without the girlfriend. He refused to talk to authorities. His parents later told the police that he left with a backpack on September 14th after he had come home without her on September 1st. September 19th, human remains were found in Wyoming, believed to be Gabby's. And yesterday, September 21st, her remains are identified to be positive match to Gabby Petito. So there you go.
Who wants to start it off?
I believe I just did.
Yeah. So, I said it in my intro. It's the missing... First of all, let me give I'm going to sound like an asshole, but I guess I'll give, a preamble. I feel terrible that this young woman died, that she got probably murdered by somebody. Probably murdered, because I don't know the whole details yet, but she's definitely dead. And that's terrible. I feel terrible for her parents. I feel terrible for anybody that knew her. However, the amount of attention that her missing identity has garnered from the media and law enforcement has been incredible. And the fact that they're not giving the same amount of attention towards, I don't know, 700 indigenous women that are from the same goddamn state is ridiculous to me. Like, you could have just divvied up if you'd have divvied up the goddamn money that you spent on just that one woman, then you might have found somebody else, alive. Or maybe even dead. You don't know, because they're missing. But they're putting all these resources towards this one, woman and not any of the others. And it's ridiculous to me. And it's also ridiculous to me that, they had somebody that was a suspect that was that should have been treated as a suspect, and they just let him let him go. And now he's in the wind. And had that dude been black, 100%,
he was shot.
He might have been shot, but it definitely would have been detained and put in holding at minimum. I'll leave it at that. At minimum,
he would have been, because there was a video that surfaced of them being pulled over with chest cam. What is it called? It was body cam.
Body cam.
And the couple got stopped, and you can see that the woman was kind of in disarray and stuff like that. If that dude was black, he'd have been on the ground, handcuffs in the back of the squad car.
So wait, the body cam, isn't that from a couple that stopped them and gave them a lift or whatever?
No, it was
law enforcement. Is it?
Body cams. So
yeah,
the one I saw is probably the one that Blue's alluding to, where it was police.
Okay, because I thought it was just like a couple that had a GoPro or something on.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I'll say really quickly. I'm with Kronos in terms of, I don't like people being murdered or even going missing. Like, hey, it's tragic. She's a human being. Or she was a human being. She had loved ones. All of that good stuff. But oh boy, the attention by the media. I mean, this was an all-out media blitz, and it seemed like an all-out FBI and sheriffs and law enforcement. I mean, everybody. They called in all the stops to find this one person. There are a thousands of missing people, thousands of missing women. This woman's family must have incredible resources and connections, and one way or another, the news media, national news media, not local, took this and made it the biggest story in the fucking world. And there's a lot going on in the goddamn world, but it reeked of like what Kronos alluded to in his intro in terms of, what was it, the white girl syndrome? Missing white girl syndrome. Yeah, because
missing young white girl syndrome.
Yeah, there's a lot of that too.
And she's 18. She's 18.
She's more than she's
and affluent.
Well, she wasn't.
I saw reports she was 18, but go ahead.
But her family has definite money because there's some missing white women. I think Kronos's sister pointed out as well. There's missing white women that are trailer trash and don't get any of this either.
No.
So this was a media circus combined with a possible murder, some kind of homicide of some sort that we're still getting details on. But I have issues with the media attention and the overabundance of law enforcement and federal attention, when it just doesn't ever seem to go that way for so many other missing people.
I looked up the whole missing white woman syndrome, and yeah, Kronos is right. It's an actual fucking thing. It's crazy.
Yep.
Because it happens a lot. Like if y'all have grown up in America for any amount of time, you've noticed that when some white woman is missing, they just randomly grab onto one of them, and then just all of a sudden, all this attention, FBI comes down, Jesus comes down, fucking gets resurrected to find this chick. Magic happens. It's amazing. Meanwhile, we have hundreds, if not thousands, of other missing women and girls that just happen to have more melanin and less resources, and it's just and even the resources thing. It doesn't make any fucking sense because they're not paying the police to find this woman.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's just the media gets in on this, and they're willing to just ignore all these other missing people, and it's kind of ridiculous. And yeah, I get I'm getting into sort of the whataboutism, territory, but this to me is it's serious, and it happens, and it's fucking it bothers me that just depending on the shade of your skin, that you can get so much more. When is the last time? Let me just ask the listeners if you think I'm being ridiculous. I'm trying to dig my way out of a hole. I feel like I've dug my way into a hole. But let me ask any of you listening to this podcast: have you ever watched a single Mexican, Black, Asian, any other ethnic group other than some European background garner any sort of media attention that was missing? Have you ever seen?
Well, there was that recent case, but it was like local. That one Asian guy who went missing when he went hiking, but that was local news. You didn't hear about it anywhere else.
No.
Yeah, this is national.
This is national, and they sent the FBI didn't go look for that fucking dude.
Nope.
You know what I mean? It's like, come on. And then people want to talk about, oh, we're not racist in America. It's like, this is like one of the signs. It's like you put other people above others. Like, it's clear, but people will just give all kinds of excuses about it. It's clear.
I'm even gonna go. I'll take it here as well. The media and national attention, if you are female, is different from if you're male too.
That's actually what Mike just said in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, guaranteed.
Men go missing too, boys included. Young boys go missing too, and you talk about a lack of attention. That'll never happen.
So you want to know? We literally just talked about, or at least I talked about this last week. There was a missing child star who was male. He was 19. He was a child star. He starred in My Idiot Brother, and there was nowhere near the amount of attention. I'm talking about not Logan Williams.
I know.
Shit, I got his name right here.
This is how much attention he's not getting. We're not even giving the attention.
Yeah. But, I mean, we talked about him because they found him, but he was a child actor, and nobody seemed to, like... I mean, he was missing in Pennsylvania. He'd been gone for a week, but there is no... Oh, Matthew Mindler. That's his name. Matthew Mindler, child actor, was in My Idiot Brother, went missing for a week. His parents were asking the community to go see him, or check on him and whatnot. I did not see nearly the amount of almost round the clock coverage about him going missing and then they found his body, and then they ruled it apparent suicide, and he was out in a wooded area near his college. But FBI didn't go looking for him either.
Well, what's crazy to me is that in America, we know right now that there's at least hundreds of kids that are locked in cages that are brown. Nobody seems to give a fuck. We know that they're there. They're separated from their parents. Their parents know where the fuck they are, but nobody gives a fuck. Meanwhile, this one woman goes missing. National attention.
Well, one thing that's crazy is I was curious of why is the FBI involved in this, and mainly because so if it regards to a minor, I think on their website it says
anyone
under the age of
12 and younger.
Yeah, anything that's 12 and younger, the FBI gets involved. But if it's something that between states, then the FBI get involved too for that missing person. Which I'm like, that's weird, but okay.
God, hold on, what the fuck? I just read something that's fucking startling. This is in Canada, though. Okay, the Canadian government released a plan Thursday. This is back in June. The Canadian government released a plan Thursday, I don't know what day it was on, to address the tragedy of as many as 4,000 missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls. God,
you didn't hear about?
Damn,
you didn't hear about this?
Well, it came out because they found a whole bunch of schools were built upon indigenous grave sites, and so that's what brought up this whole thing. And they found where is this going? There's no updates on this shit. There's not round the clock coverage. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, they found this chick, her body, because she's dead, and now they're looking for the guy. But it's just there's 4,000 people just women in Canada. In Canada, way less people in Canada than the United States, and you're still way less people. You said California, I'm pretty sure, Prodigy, but you're muted. I can read lips though. It's all good.
Yeah, I know. It did say California. But I think that I don't
sorry,
think they
I was
were.
muted.
I don't think it was just women. I think it was mostly children that
No,
were in
it's-
those gray areas.
No, it's like MMIWG. It's murdered indigenous women and girls. It's like a whole. It's a initialism. So
Wow. They
Hang on.
brought an acronym. Okay.
not an
will-
acronym is when it's something that spells a word. Like
Doesn't
scuba.
this?
Initialism.
Yeah,
was
but
just,
All right, NASA.
yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
but doesn't it? Wait, I thought you said. It sounded like you said a word though.
I
You
said
said MIMS or.
initialism.
Yeah, I know.
MMIWG. Make that
Oh,
into
okay.
a word.
Never-
That's an initialism.
MIMS.
So it's
W's. The W silent.
kind of jumping back to the
Am I tripping? I'm pretty sure that's an initialism. So
That's actually
Back-
a terrible joke. I take that.
jumping back to the missing women syndrome. On Wikipedia, they have a list of women who
Yeah, okay.
fall on this category, which is kind of crazy. And Gabby is on here now.
Yep. I mean, it is what it is. Again, I feel awful for the parents and family and friends, and you know, if you're trapped in a shitty relationship where someone's possibly violent. Again, this guy hasn't been convicted.
He's not even caught.
He's not even caught. I don't quite know all the details that have happened, but let's just assume for now that perhaps he did do something. I just hope that if you're listening to this, you just get the fuck out. Get away from anybody that you feel is capable of ending your fucking life in a goddamn relationship. Fuck that person.
yeah, let's do a thing. You know, we're definitely against domestic violence, especially domestic murder. That's even worse. I'm just saying. If your partner is being an asshole and like abusing you, get the fuck out of the relationship. Obviously, this is way too late for poor Gabby. If that is what happened, but just in general, if somebody's abusing you, get the fuck out. If you need help, I didn't pull up all the information to get help, but if you have a cell phone, you can look up like, you know, domestic abuse hotline or something like that, and you can definitely find some help.
If they don't help you, call Slade Wilson. He will fix that motherfucker for you.
On.
Bang,
Not,
bang.
not unless you're in the Titans universe, then he ain't helping you.
I will give the National Domestic Abuse Hotline because apparently this is a thing. All right, cool. It's 1-800-799-SAFE. So that's 1-800-799-7233.
Good shit.
So
Very
yeah,
good.
if you concern about your safety at all, call. All right.
So
And I work for
this-
both man and woman.
So
There's guys
the-
out there being beaten too. So
So Gabby's case is starting to bring attention to a Miss Lauren Cho, who went missing in California, in the Morongo Valley, but she's been missing since June 28th. So apparently she has not been found. So her friends and family are using the Pieto platform to be like, hey, you know, this is a person of color. You know, this person's been missing. You know, please. You know, if you have any information, there's a tweet here. There's actually a dispatch and detectives. Like, there's a tweet here.
I'm gonna date myself, but I'm sure everybody on this cast can fucking relate. What happened to the fucking milk cartons with the missing kids? Like, that seemed like a semi-effective way of getting the word out in terms of every time you go to get a glass of milk, you see a missing kid, like their actual face, and you know, last seen.
I know
Yeah.
Walmart usually has like a billboard when you first walk in. On there, they have like missing kids, and they have like images of them like aged up. And I think they used to do that in post offices too. But I don't think I've ever seen one in like the longest time. But yeah, what happened to milk cartons?
I don't know, but I do know the one thing that was helping across America was America's Most Wanted, and even the host of that show had like he was doing some kind of Q&A about he literally said we're gonna find her, or he said like law enforcement is gonna find her, and he knew it. He did. I don't know who he interviewed with. There's a video of him talking to somebody about how they're gonna find Gabby's body, and which they did. But America's Most Wanted had a hotline that was running 24. That is still running 24 hours.
I can answer Prodigy's question. It declined in use because of the Amber Alert.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
Well, yeah.
It's way more
That's
effective.
Way more
Yeah.
effective. Yeah, it goes straight. Literally, you can do whatever you want on your phone. It'll stop.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
In the-
it also
in the
comes to your
80s
cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes to your phone.
In the 80s, we didn't have these fancy things.
No.
Yeah.
We had AIDS and we had crack. You know, we had rotary phones and shit.
Yeah.
If you want to look up movie times, you dial 1-800-movie phone, or just
Yeah.
was it just movie phone? I can't remember.
Popcorn.
Yeah, it was
popcorn.
movie phone.
We didn't even know the fucking time. We had to fucking dial a phone for time. Isn't that ridiculous that we had to use this? Can you try to explain to a kid today that we had to pick up a phone and then dial a phone number to get the time? They're like, why don't you look at your phone? Like, just think about how dumb you sound to kids.
I know.
When you-
I know. But phones were real simplistic devices back in the day. We're old as
Yeah,
fuck.
they're super analog. Super hackable.
Anyway,
Anyway, I loved back in the day because it was super easy for me to make phone. Oh, Blue has cloned himself.
Dude, the
Apparently.
FBI
Let me,
tapped my phone.
I'll boot the other one out.
Oh, you might boot me too.
No, I won't. I hope.
Man, we're doing.
Okay. Should I fill out an abuse report? No. I'm just gonna remove it.
Oh, what the
That was
hell?
idiot.
All right,
I forgot what I was gonna say, but that was funny. So.
there could be one.
Yeah, this looked like the Brady Bunch for a second there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where else we want to go, man? There's a lot of like Star Wars news and
Oh man.
shows.
Have y'all watched? I'll just give a brief thing because I know that Star Wars Visions dropped today.
Yeah.
But have any of y'all watched any of them?
I've seen 3.
Okay.
Not
They're
yet
short.
For me. Not yet for me.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I mean, is it worth it?
I'm not
Tell
gonna
us.
give any spoilers.
Oh.
100% worth it. 100% worth it. I was if my expectations were like here, and the first one that I watched was just like, all right, we're just gonna keep going. What do you
Nice.
think? What? How much do you want to see a fucking lightsaber umbrella? I'm just saying.
Why the fuck not?
A
That sounds
lightsaber
dope.
umbrella in the first episode. So
Yeah. And then you see a chick with basically an afro holding a red lightsaber. So
Yeah.
that was pretty awesome too.
Is a lightsaber umbrella like what the umbrella like a geisha would have, where you can spit in and shit?
yes.
You got the weapon.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
And it is definitely used as a weapon.
Mhm.
Nice.
I was it's either that kind of umbrella or like the one that the penguin uses.
No.
Could you
not
imagine-
anyone.
This
right.
isn't a spoiler, but can you tell me the era? Is it after episode 9? In between?
No.
So it's like an anthology. So it's
Yeah.
like an interpretation of Star Wars from different like creators' views. It's not like canon. It's more like, hey, this is what I think Star Wars is about, from my point of view type thing.
Okay.
Or imagine Star Wars if it was like if it had these certain elements into it. It's like a what if, but for Star Wars, I guess.
Well, think
That's
about-
the way I can describe it.
At least the first episode. Think about like Star Wars mixed with like the Meiji era in Japan. It's super
Okay.
like the first episode was like very Kurosaka. I think it's Kurosaki or Kurosaka.
Kurosawa?
Kurosawa. There we go. Kurosawa-esque style mixed with anime. It was because it's like mostly black and white, but there's like some
There's some
color in it, but it's mostly black and white. So it actually makes the color pop like way more. It's very artistic and
Is it-
awesome. It's
is it
weird.
same-
Down.
Go ahead.
Is the same anime? Is every episode the same animation style, or is it
No.
different? Kind of like how they
Nope.
differ animatrix.
each one is all different.
All right.
That's an anthology. The cool thing was, well, what was funny is that when I first started watching it, it was in English and subtitled in English, and I was like, nah, fuck that. So I went into the settings, I put it in Japanese and subtitles in English. So
Oh,
I say
I watched
arigato
it-
like you say arigato.
I watched it. I watched it in English, and so you can really tell.
I
if-
know you
when
did
you
on
get-
Ninja.
Yeah, I was gonna do it the other way, but one of the actors from the films is in his voice is featured in one of the episodes. So, and he reprises basically one of the characters. So
Okay.
I don't know how many episodes did you watch.
I just one because I don't know if Kamek wants to
Oh.
watch it, and I just watched one. So if I got in some sort of trouble, it wouldn't be that much. Even though I don't really,
Okay.
care. I mean, I don't care that much, but I also don't want to make her mad.
About getting in trouble?
I mean, I wouldn't be in
You
trouble.
don't.
I don't care about that sort of trouble, but I do care about like, if she wanted to watch
Sex.
it with me together.
No.
I mean, yeah, that does matter, but if she wanted to watch it with me together, then yeah, if it made her sad that we didn't watch it together, then yeah, that would matter. But as far as like if she got super mad. I mean, she'll get over it. So
Yeah,
I watched one.
I mean, yeah. So all 9 episodes are available, and it was so. I will say that the third one is a very interesting interpretation of, I guess, the whole saga, and it's only 22 minutes, but it heavily focuses on the first 2 of the original trilogy. So
Well, all the
there's a lot
episodes
of
are pretty
interesting
short.
yeah, they're about 22 minutes
The first
roughly.
one was 15 minutes.
No,
Yeah.
most of them
The
are
second
15
one's
minutes.
18. Oh yeah, the second one's 18. Third one's 22.
Yeah, it's like three of them that are actually more than 20 minutes. But all the other ones are like 15, 14 minutes.
I'm fucking sold. You guys,
Yeah,
you
I'm
guys should convince
definitely
me. I'm gonna try
watching.
it.
I'm definitely watching
Well,
more tonight because I was
It's
like,
kind of
what the?
it's cool that Disney actually dropped them all at once. They didn't do like the weekly thing how they've done
Mhm.
with their previous shows. So that's kind of dope for them.
Yeah, that was great. I was shocked as hell. I was like, oh, fuck, there's gonna be another weekly thing, but no, because they still have What If. I watched the current What If today, and there's supposed to be 9 total, and I think they aired episode 7 or 8 today.
Okay.
So, but yeah, to have all 9, I didn't want to like blow my load too early, so I'm gonna pace myself. So
We didn't mention this at all last week, but just going on the world of animation, there's a Tomb Raider series coming to Netflix, and guess who's playing the lead voice for Lara Croft?
you're a girl that you keep shitting on for some reason.
What are you talking about?
Well, I guess you shit on her character, not the actress herself. I put it.
I don't hate. It's Haiti Atwell. For those who don't know, yeah, I don't hate on her.
You hate on her character of Agent Carter. Mr. Agent Carter didn't do spy shit.
I hold on. Agent Carter was a show that lasted for what, 2 years?
I'm talking about in the film First Avenger. Do
Oh
you not
yeah,
remember this part?
yeah. I mean, no, that was like what, 2011? Jesus Christ, 10 years ago. Yeah, I mean, she's been fine since then, but I'm happy for her. I think this is a good fit. She has a nice British fucking accent. She should work as Lara Croft, right? Hopefully.
Yes, she has nice British accents.
Yes, she does. Very nice. Very bouncy accents.
Hell yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I thought that was kind of cool.
Do we know when that's gonna drop?
I think that's going to be a 2022 thing, if I'm not mistaken. But we could look it up to fact check me. And then the other one that I saw was Anthony Mackie is going to be a voice actor for. I think there's a Twisted Metal series.
Oh
So-
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
From what I understand, this is live action, not animated.
Which is
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I
which
fucked
is
that up.
quite
Okay.
odd because Twisted Metal was kind of like that whole genre is dead.
Hmm.
The whole battle car thing has been.
Wait, isn't that
around.
Rocket League though?
What? No,
No.
Rocket League's different. But
Wait.
Rocket League soccer.
I would say that PlayStation, that Battle, the closest thing is that new PlayStation one, the one that didn't do all that well, the Battle All Stars.
Because it's
but-
dead.
Yeah.
The genre is
Yeah.
dead.
But that's the closest I can come.
Yeah, I used to love the whole battle card thing. I remember there's a game I really wish they could bring back rock and roll racing. That's a super throwback to Blizzard, and I forget the other name of the studio, but I think Blizzard helped make that game. One of the best fighting car games ever made, and they only made I think maybe 1 or maybe 2 of them. But yeah, I wish the whole thing would come back. But the whole thing now is it's mostly first-person shooters and adventure games. So that's.
But the funny thing is, Twisted Metal, and it's not going to make sense to anybody who's under the age of 25 right now. Twisted Metal was big shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh
it
hell
was
yeah.
a huge fucking PlayStation franchise with Sweet Tooth and all the other wacky cars and shit. It was some epic fun on PS1, PS2. Even PS3 had one.
Remember I think it was a Road Rash. Remember Road Rash?
Mm-hmm.
That was the game, right? I think it was called Road
That's
Rash.
more like a second person shoulder view instead of
Yeah, you're on a motorcycle. And,
yeah, but you were mainly on the track though. You weren't with Twisted Metal. You have free reign to the whole entire city. It was basically Call of Duty with cars.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So I'm looking at a quick synopsis of this. So this is supposed to be a half-hour long action comedy live action series by Sony TV and PlayStation Productions. This is being written by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, the guys who wrote Deadpool.
Interesting. I mean, we'll see. Here's most video game, not all, most video game, adaptations aren't the greatest, but Sonic was all right.
Sonic was decent. I mean, even though we keep talking about it, Angry Birds is probably one of the highest video game movies of all time. I didn't watch it, but I know little kids do. But
it wasn't bad.
The huge trend right now is, instead of doing big budget films, is making serialized TV series. So we're getting Twisted Metal. We're also getting The Last of Us. They're working on a Mass Effect TV series now. We're getting the Halo TV series, which got moved from Showtime to Paramount Plus.
They've been talking about doing Halo. Spielberg was attached to Halo.
Yep.
So y'all can keep talking about, we're gonna have a Halo. Get the fuck out of here. All right, I'll believe it when I see it, because they had Spielberg. That's as big as you can get for as far as like a name could go in a showrunner. And that was like fucking 5 years ago when he got attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the show at?
I mean, I'm a little skeptical too. I will say this though, in terms of shows or movies from video games that I'm the most excited for, even though I'm a little skeptical that it'll ever actually officially come out, is Metal Gear Solid with Poe Dameron. That's supposed to be a goddamn movie.
What about Uncharted with your boy Tom Holland?
Okay, let's be very honest. I don't have to see a goddamn trailer. That shit is gonna suck hard. You have fucking Marky Mark playing Sully. Enough said.
I mean, he's kind of old, so
yeah.
Maybe he can pull it off.
He ain't pulling off.
Talk about his mother. Like, how's your mother?
The Boston accent. That's not gonna work for fucking Sully. That one I am shitting on hard. Y'all can believe it if you want to.
What if he talks about how much he hates black people? And almost went to jail. Because he did that. I mean, he definitely almost went to jail for assaulting a black guy when he was younger. People forget about that shit.
Black multiple times.
I thought it was a Vietnamese man.
And that too. Multiple racially motivated acts of violence. Never forget Marky Mark.
With his third nipple.
I'm looking at Halo. This has it doesn't have a street date, but there's a huge cast list. There's only going to be 9 episodes, it looks like. There's a fat-ass cast list.
We shall see.
Miranda Keys is...
Wait, you said this is going to be on Pornhub? Something about a fat ass and a couch?
Oh, that's ass and couch. God dang. Paramount Plus. I mean, with Paramount Plus, they do have some dang shit on the show.
They do.
You never know.
All right.
All right, I'm... Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Cronus.
We got to talk about The Matrix, because we haven't talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so the trailer for the
Matrix Revelations. So I know the Wachowski siblings, because they are no longer brothers; they're sisters now. They haven't made a good movie for a long time. Okay,
Truth.
but I'm in for The Matrix. I'm just
Hell
saying.
yeah.
The trailer looked good. The website that they made up looked good. They gave you 2 different versions of the red pill and the blue pill. What the fuck was that?
No idea.
I don't know either. What was that?
Sorry, that was the dishwasher. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Damn, sound like a drive-by.
I can recommend an LG dishwasher. Way quiet. I'm just saying. It looked really cool, because first of all, it started off with Neo taking the blue pill basically every fucking day, and then sort of realizing that there's something wrong, and the action looked good. They had the fucking Black Panther guy. What was he in Black Panther? The guy who played Black Manta.
Oh, Black Panther. Yeah, he's also in Candyman. Yeah. I can't pronounce his name.
He's in a lot of shit, which is good. Was he in Black Panther?
No, I remember him from Watchmen. You're talking about...
he's in Watchmen.
Yeah, I'm fucking confused.
Aquaman.
Yeah, he was in Aquaman as Black Manta. Yeah.
Black Manta. Yeah. There you go.
All right.
He's playing Morpheus.
Sort of, yeah. It looked good. The trailer to me looked good. So hopefully the Wachowskis are back on their shit.
It's only one of them in it, right? Only one of them directed, not both of them. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm fully on board. I like the Matrix movies as a whole. Yes, they're not perfect, especially the second and third one. I get all of that, but it's still one of my favorite franchises. It really is. It's just incredibly fun, especially for the time.
Oh yeah,
Like this shit like
99.
blew my
Yeah.
this shit blew people's fucking minds in '99, and the buzz around it was incredible. I mean, it just hit at that right time. I was 19 when it dropped. It hit at the perfect time for me. It was fucking
Well,
amazing. I'm all the way on board. I'm gonna see it opening weekend, probably in
oh,
theaters.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say this will release on HBO Max simultaneously.
oh, good. Because
Oh,
I'll have to go nowhere. Good.
there you
Yeah,
go.
and there's the release date, the 22nd of December, I believe.
Yeah. It's around the same time Spider-Man.
same.
I'm Lost from Home or some shit comes out.
Yeah, I'm lost in the sauce.
Lost in the
Hold,
sauce.
hold on. I need to go back to Star Wars Visions real quick. So, as Warrior Fella pointed out, the English translation actually has a pretty like stellar cast. Like Lucy Liu is in the first episode, and then you have like David Harbour, Neil Patrick Harris, I believe Shimu Liu, is that it? How you put the guy? Shang-Chi, he's in this as well. Jamie Chung, Alison Brie, the list goes on. There's a lot of like good actors that are doing the English voices for
Nice.
the Star Wars Visions. So
Good shit, man.
Back to the Matrix. If you were not alive in 1999 and you weren't going to the theaters, I remember I was in the Marine Corps in 1999. I was going through comm school, so I was in 29 Palms, one of the shittiest places on earth. I'm just saying, shout out to Papa Bear, because that's where he's currently stationed, is in 29 Palms. It's fucking shitty.
Wow.
I remember seeing the commercials for The Matrix. It was like super low key. Like they didn't give any of the plot away in all the trailers. And then I sat down and watched the movie, and my fucking mind was blown. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? The first time when, Trinity jumps and fucking the camera spins around, I'm like, what the fuck is this? That was the first time I ever watched like the still shot with the camera spinning around.
Motion capture or whatever everything is called.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing. And the whole plot of the movie was great. I remember like watching that movie, and then I thought it was like a really long time before the Matrix 2 came out, but it actually wasn't. It was only a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like a long time because I was young. Yeah.
When did the third one come out? That one came out pretty quick too.
Came out the very next year.
Yeah.
Like literally 11 or 12 months later.
Yep.
Because they were filmed back to back here in the Bay. Well, most of it was filmed in the Bay.
Yeah. They filmed it over here in Anaheim?
It was so funny. No, it was so funny when they're filming Matrix 4 here. Like the news had a Keanu Reeves watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was so crazy. Like they had literally had a news segment about Keanu Reeves. Like if you saw him in the Bay, send your videos and pictures to us. So they made this little segment. It was like every week. It was hilarious to me. I thought it was so funny.
Everybody loves Keanu Reeves. Like literally, I don't know anybody that just fucking hates a guy. Like good for him.
People critique on his acting, but he's still pretty fucking righteous. Cool fucking dude.
Hell yeah. So I'm
with
always down for this.
With this trailer that came out, like I watched so many videos of people just fucking analyzing the shit, and it's fucking ridiculous. Like how he's taking a blue pill because if you go back in the whole Matrix, it's a red and blue pill where blue keeps you inside the Matrix, but red takes you down the rabbit hole and stuff like that. So the Matrix, they're forcing him to take the blue pills to keep him in there and keep his powers in check because he kind of doesn't remember who he is, and he's slowly having like glimpses and stuff about who his real identity is.
Isn't he technically
But then we get
dead?
to the Hogarth.
He's technically dead though.
Well, there's scenes in the trailer where they show him like where his eyes are all blinded, and he showed like the robot kind of repairing him. But then also could have uploaded his consciousness into the Matrix because because I think in the second one where he's killed. And somehow his mind is stuck in the Matrix, and he's waiting for the train to come to pick him up or some shit. And that's where you meet that little Indian girl.
Well, there's a scene in the trailer where somebody comes basically out of the Matrix with like nanomachines and shit. So I think that's what's basically going to happen to him. Is like using like nanomachines to come out. So.
Also, I'm gonna give props. I mean, these movies didn't have to go so hard with what we would now consider a very diverse cast, but they did. They went
sure
hard
did.
as fuck
Yeah.
on that shit.
And
so, again, all three of them had a whole bunch of black characters, a whole bunch of diversity, all that. It was refreshing, especially at 99, 01, during that time period for a big budget sci-fi movie. You know what I mean?
And
Was
to
it big
think,
budget?
yeah, of course.
yeah.
They were issuing new technology, something that had never been attempted in cinema before. Not only that, they went to Will Smith with this project and he turned it down because they wanted an African American hero to lead this story, and he's like, "Nah, I don't want to do this." I think he was doing he wanted to do something else that didn't do well at all.
He was like, you know
in
what?
this movie.
I think After Earth sounds great.
Well, I think he was doing Wild Wild West when this movie came out.
I believe so.
Damn.
I think it came out same year.
Well, he was also. Let's be real. Late '90s. That was peak Will Smith.
Oh, yeah.
So for
That-
some before the Matrix, the Wachowskis did it was like some movie with Gina Gershon.
Yeah, it's called Bound.
Yeah.
Oh
Bound.
man.
So, to get Will Smith to do a movie with some, basically at the time no name directors and showrunners. I get it. I mean he's peak Will Smith, so I understand.
Dude, here's the thing. If you're an A-list goddamn star, which he's been since the 90s, early 90s, maybe mid-90s, you are going to turn down 98% of all the fucking scripts you get.
Caveat,
you're,
unless you're Samuel L. Jackson.
there you go. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But most of the time, he probably didn't even, you got your agent reading shit for you. You know what I mean? You're going to turn down a lot of shit. Every now and again, one of them is going to be a huge fucking mega hit. But, even Keanu Reeves at the time, he had done Speed and he had done Point Break, but he wasn't as ginormously big of an A-lister before The Matrix, other than Speed and Point Break.
Well, he also had Bill and Ted's Adventure that was kind of
okay.
building up a thing.
Those were fun.
So the budget for the original Matrix movie was $63 million, which that doesn't sound like a lot, but with inflation, there's an inflation calculator. That's worth $103 million if they were to film it today at that budget.
Well, don't forget too. This is not a. And you could fact check me if I'm wrong, but aren't all three rated R?
Are they?
I believe so. I think all three are.
No, it shouldn't be.
All three Matrix?
All that shooting.
Yeah, it's definitely because
there's little blood. There's
a bunch of gore.
And there's no.
You trying to tell me the bug scene was not fucking all bloody and shit?
Just fact check me. Are they R or not? Are they R or not?
I'm pretty sure all of them are R. So let's see. Matrix is rated R.
Yeah, it's rated R.
Matrix.
I'm amazed, actually.
Yeah.
Because they do some pretty fucked up shit, like the scene where they fucking close his mouth and shit. Yeah, the bug scene was pretty gross, and then them harvesting human babies and shit and put them in fucking liquid and shit, watching them get fucking dissolved. That was pretty fucking fucked
fuck
up.
them kids though.
They're fucking kids. But just saying,
all three of these are.
But just saying for a.
And they cuss a lot too.
But just saying for a sci-fi movie with a R rating.
Yeah.
That's in the 90s. From no-name directors, that's a pretty fucking big budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because they're coming off the hills. Back then, you had movies like Event Horizon that had Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, that didn't make. Yeah, but that wasn't a huge hit though. I mean, it's a cult classic. A lot of people love it now.
That movie's.
But back
up,
then, but back then that wasn't a huge hit. And then what else? I mean, '99 was also Phantom Menace, but before that, what else was there? There wasn't a whole lot.
I mean, there was plenty of shit. We just have to remember. Obviously, that was a long fucking time ago. So.
Yeah.
American Booty. Oh, I mean Beauty.
Nah, right.
That's not sci-fi, my dude.
Boobs hanging out.
That's more fantasy than anything, even though it's not really fantasy.
All right, so this is the weird thing about me when it comes to that time frame. So when I was in the Marine Corps, it's basically kind of like a time capsule. That's not even a time capsule. Time didn't exist to me for most shit because I was in the Marine Corps. So I hit movies in '99. Let me just say some of them. I haven't watched most of these. Varsity Blues, I watched that one. The 13th Floor, The Matrix. Cruel Intentions, which was a fucking great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Girl Interrupted, October Sky, The 13th Warrior, She's All That, The Mummy. That really came out in
Oh.
99?
Yeah, 99. That was Brandon Fraser's year, man. That came out May of 99. That was huge,
Let's talk
too.
about a terrible movie. Was the 13th Warrior? Oh, not 13th Warrior. I'm sorry.
No, 13th Warrior.
Godzilla 2000.
Yeah, that was terrible. Well, 13th Warrior was bad, too.
The Phantom Menace. Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence in Life.
That was really good.
Wild Wild West.
Right.
So yeah, Wild Wild West is probably the reason why he didn't do it.
Oh, yeah. And that was terrible.
Galaxy Quest, which I fucking loved.
Oh, that's a
that
beautiful movie. That's such a great. They're doing it. Oh, did you see? They're doing like an anniversary showing, or because of Alan Rickman.
Good, I'll watch
They're doing it on. Oh, it's so good.
Judgment Day, Universal Soldier, Wing Commander, which wasn't that great. Iron Giant.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Sorry, I had a flashback. Wing Commander is the worst movie ever made. You want to see the worst movie that is based on a video game? Wing Commander is it. I cannot stand this movie because it's based on my favorite video game franchise. And Chris Roberts, who started Digital Anvil with Robert Rodriguez, directed the film as he directed the full motion videos of the fucking game. Did a terrible fucking job. Holy shit!
There was so many movies that came out. This American Pie, fucking
that was
Three
great.
Kings, goddamn, another Austin Powers movie, Deuce Bigelow.
Oh, that's right.
You know, Big Daddy.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like,
There were a lot.
there were a lot.
Hell of a
There were a lot.
man.
So yeah, I'm
There
not
were
gonna
a
say
lot.
anymore, but there was definitely a lot of hits.
There you go.
Fucking Boondock Saints. God damn, there's a lot.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And also last one is Beowulf because.
Oh yeah.
Oh, actually no, this couldn't have been the one I'm thinking of. This is the
You're thinking
animated
of
one?
the it's the CGI one,
I think
the
it is,
Angelina
yeah.
Jolie.
Yeah, this is
that's
the one where it looked real for back
99.
then. It still looks pretty
Yeah.
good, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No, you can. So Beowulf is now on either Netflix or HBO Max. I can't remember, but it's on a streaming service right now. So
So many good movies.
Real quick, because I saw it on Twitter, and I got a dip after this. Dirty Stew hit us up, as you can obviously hit us up, anybody listening, on either using at BthanBTI on Twitter or hashtag AskBthanBTI. And he was asking about the Masters of the Universe series and our take. I think both Old Ninja and Kronos talked about it maybe a few weeks ago while I wasn't on. All good. I watched the first couple episodes. This is the Netflix series that was, I don't know, kind of a big deal over the summer. I just watched them literally tonight, only 2 episodes. I don't know how long the fucking series is. This is one by Kevin Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say this first and foremost. The art is amazing. I love this animation all the way the fuck around. It looks clean. It looks really detailed. It kind of is reminiscent of maybe Voltron's art style in some ways, or a little bit of Castlevania, maybe even cleaner and more detailed. It's impressive fucking art all the way around. I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen it from a spoiler standpoint, but you know, I was a bit surprised that He-Man, spoiler alert, he passes away or gets killed or involuntarily dies in the first episode. And I was like, oh, well, and then it becomes, at least for the second episode, I guess more of a Tila as the lead. I don't know if Adam's coming back or not. I've only seen 2 episodes. A little surprised by that because it seemed like it was advertised as more of a show where he would still be the lead, especially even in the intro for the first episode. I will fucking see, so more to come, but a little surprised by that, to be very candid and honest with you, because again, because of the trailers and because obviously She-Ra has her own show and whatnot that's been going on. I thought that we were going to get more Prince Adam, but maybe that happens later. I'll give another update later on.
I'll give a caveat because I think a lot of people said the same thing about where the fuck is He-Man. The show is not called He-Man.
It is not. I definitely hear you on that, but I will say, and I missed it by a couple months in terms of its launch.
Yeah.
But I did pay very close attention to the build-up, and the build-up made me believe, along with a lot of others, that he would be much more front and center. And I think that that's fair.
Okay, so another caveat here. the series is not complete. This is just the first half
Yeah.
Fair.
that has been released. The second half will be released, I believe, in December of this year.
Yeah.
So you're only 2 episodes in. I think there's only 6 episodes
Blue.
that are currently available. It's either 6 or 9 or something like that. I think it's 6.
Yeah.
All that's fair. Again, I'm not saying this is the worst thing in the fucking world and I can't stand it. And nerd raging. I'm not doing any of that bullshit.
What are we talking about right now?
I'm talking about the Masters of the
Masters
Universe, the Netflix series.
The
Because
Kevin
Dirty
Smith
Stu was
one.
asking. Yeah, the Kevin
Oh,
Smith
okay.
one.
Because there's
Because
another
Dirty Stu
one
was.
that we'll talk about.
Dirty Stu was. Yeah, I saw there is another one.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
fucking.
and that one is called He-Man. Or
That one
something,
is
right?
called.
Yes.
It's called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Not to
So-
be confused with Masters of the Universe, also starring He-Man. But also on Netflix.
Yeah.
So
All to the good. I hope it keeps going. Obviously, there's going to be some cheesiness to it because the show in the fucking 80s was all cheese and designed to sell fucking toys, and it worked because I bought some of these fucking toys,
Fuck
or my
yeah,
parents did.
I did too. Yeah. We
Yeah.
didn't have no money.
You buy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. So
Real
we'll
quick,
see.
Prodigy, before you leave, the reason why you
Yeah.
thought that the animation style looked so good is because it was from the same studio, Powerhouse Studios, that did Castlevania. Sam Dietz, shout out, who's on the podcast. Who was the director of Castlevania on Netflix, and they also did Seis Manos and
Nice.
Blood of Zeus.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Oh shit! What
Yeah,
is
they're
this?
killing it.
That's a great animation studio all the way around. So I tip my hat to them. Shout out to Sam, like you said.
You know, we should probably have like somebody that runs that studio or is involved with the studio
Hell
on the
yeah.
podcast. I would love to like talk to them.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna dip, but one last thing I will say,
Shit, I have a question for you, but all right.
real quick, if you got it, go ahead.
Well, my question is, how fucking dare you think Titans is a good TV show?
Oh my god.
God damn! Like, what the hell?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Am I in a different variance where fucking where you got
heard-
good all of a sudden?
I heard you shitting on this show like years ago, and what was it? It was landlocked on what was it? DC All Access or something.
It was
like that?
DC Universe. And
Universe.
then
DC
it's
Universe.
to HBO Max.
I didn't
Yeah.
have that streaming service. I was like, okay, Blue says it's shit, and Blue loves a whole bunch of DC and Batman shit. It must be shit. But it came on HBO Max, and I just started fucking watching it. And goddamn it, I fucking love it. I love how
Oh my
dark
God.
it is. I love Starfire and Raven on here. I like Dick Grayson and fucking Jason Todd. The
You
only
say
thing
you
we're
like dicks?
missing.
Is that's what
No,
I
don't edit that. Don't
Yeah,
edit
he
that.
does. Yeah, he does.
The
Well, he
only
likes
thing-
his girls with dicks.
The only thing that's only on Fridays. The only thing that's missing is to me, I would love to see Cyborg interacting with Garfield. But I'm like 7-8 episodes in, and so far so fucking good. I'm liking it.
So I mean, the third episode is that crossover with Doom Patrol, but it doesn't have Cyborg. But Cyborg is on Doom Patrol.
Yeah, I heard
And
that.
I have not seen Doom Patrol. Its third season has just started, I think, a week ago. Just like watching the show, I gotta kind of agree with Blue. Like, I hated Jason Todd. I thought he was such a little bitch. I didn't like Dick Grayson's character. To
He's a
me,
little
he's
bitch,
just,
too.
he's not. Yeah, he kind of is. I mean, he's all trying to be all macho and shit, but he's still kind of a little bitch. I didn't like the relationship with him and Starfire because they literally fuck on their third meeting.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, they're supposed to be in a relationship and like all this, and they're supposed to be that build up of them like being, you know, romantically involved. And she's literally atomic blonde, but she's atomic redhead in the show. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Dick Grayson gets pussy.
He does, but from
period, point
Starfire,
blank.
it takes time. It's supposed to take time.
No. Dick Grayson gets in them draws with almost any. That's like DC lore. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
get
Yeah,
that, but
DC
not that,
DC
with Starfire, it's supposed to take time. As you continue on, you will see that he does get more panty collections, which is fine, which makes sense. But with him and Starfire, it's just kind of. I didn't mind Raven, but Garfield was kind of upsetting to me, and just it felt like a little directionless. It does get better towards the end. Don't get me wrong. Season 2 to me was infinitely better than season 1.
I'll say this real quick. For Beast Boy, I think you guys are absolutely right. He's off quite a bit, you know, in terms of he's not all that interesting. He certainly, because of TV budget or whatever the fuck, He's not turning into other animals. I think the people who got so upset about a black Starfire, even though in the comics she was semi-coded black to begin with, that's another story for a different day. Those same people didn't get upset at all about Beast Boy being completely ungreen except for his hair.
Well, you know what's interesting is that Starfire is orange, and like I guess there's a YouTuber I was watching who said like brown isn't really a color, that brown is just dark orange. So they did perfect casting by having a black girl.
No, brown is a color. No, shut the fuck up. Brown is a color.
Right.
Well, no, brown. The brown isn't a color that can be created with light.
What?
What difference? What?
So you can't have a brown light bulb. It always will look orange. It's what the YouTubers get at.
No,
but yeah, brown is a color, but it's just a dark orange.
Don't take the bait.
That's a stretch.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a stretch.
Don't take the bait.
No, the guy even used like Photoshop and he took orange color and darkened it up, and it became brown.
All I'll say for Starfire is when she uses her powers, she's fucking orange. In every episode I've seen, she's wearing purple and looking like a fish out of water in terms of like her getup and whatnot. I think she's doing a fine job.
So you remember she speaks normally, like she speaks perfect English, and when you're introduced to her, she's a fucking spy.
And plus, doesn't she have like amnesia or some shit, and she's trying to figure out who the fuck she is?
Normally, it depends on who's writing. Sometimes it's amnesia. Other times she's a political refugee who seeks asylum. Usually, those are the two big like storylines usually with her. Yeah. And the thing was, she was on a mission to kill somebody, but she kind of remembers. But she's killing Russian mafia members. Like she's literally James Bond and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It's just and her power set. Her power set is limited to one power. She doesn't fucking fly. That was a little. I'm not even a huge Titan fan, but at least I know that much.
Yeah, I think some of that is being explained, at least where I am, still at the end of season 1 with the amnesia stuff. I'm not saying this is the greatest show in the history of the world, but I'm saying it's strangely addictive, and I do dig it.
Have you gotten to the episode where Batman jerks off onto Starfire?
What the
he
fuck?
Doesn't jerk off.
What
Dude,
the fuck?
There's this scene where Dick Grayson's working with Gotham to take down Bruce Wayne, and who's Batman, and Starfire goes in there, and Batman has like a snow ray or something like that. But the way he's holding it and the way he's like jerking it, it looks like he's jerking off and he's just bukkaking her.
That's all bad.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna dip though.
All right.
I'll catch y'all next week.
Yep.
Later, man.
There's apparently some validity to what the YouTuber was saying, but brown does exist. As far as like a light source, no. But as far as like an actual color, yes, it does exist.
Yeah, it's an actual color. It's like you don't find it like in a rainbow.
Well, you probably could. You don't find it as a light source because it's not a natural light source.
What the fuck? Oh, Keanu Reeves was born in Lebanon?
Okay. Really?
Yeah, he's been in Beirut. And his birthday was like September 2nd. So.
What is Keanu Reeves?
That's very random. He's a guy. I don't care what he is. He could be a fucking alien. I don't care.
No, I always thought he was Asian. I thought he was like...
So I thought he was born in America. I did not know he was born in Lebanon.
Well, you could be born in Lebanon and still be American. You could be born anywhere and still be American. Were his parents in the military?
His mom was a showgirl.
And
his dad... Where's his dad?
Wait, that's the thing. He was born in Canada.
This says he was born in Beirut, Lebanon, September 2nd.
Oh, yeah. He was born in... But he was raised in Toronto, Canada.
I don't see what his dad was doing, but his mom was a showgirl for. I guess and a costume designer.
He's American, Canadian, and British, from what I can tell.
Kind of jumping back to the Matrix because
he was born in Beirut, but he was raised in Toronto. So he's Canadian. His nationality is Canadian. Anyway, go ahead.
No, so kind of jumping back to the Matrix, my computer somehow just fucking died on me out of nowhere. But I just want to, you know how we mentioned that like Neo died in the last Matrix movie, but so did Trinity. She was fucking stabbed through the fucking heart, basically. Yeah. But yet here she is back in the movie. So
she's in the Matrix.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people who are theorizing that maybe. I mean, it's implied that Neo is dead, but maybe he did not die, and he was just absorbed into the Matrix and kept in stasis.
No, I think that's kind of reaching kind of far. Listen, if you
Well-
can literally live your entire existence within a realm that is digital, why wouldn't your consciousness just stay there?
I don't know. Maybe
I mean,
maybe they need the energy.
no. I mean, they have NPCs that live there. They're basically NPCs. They're not. It's not all humans that are in the Matrix, and we all know
Yeah.
that. So
A bunch of different programs. Because like not the architect, but the
Merovingian.
the Merovingian and the Keymaster and fucking
And, the Oracle and the twins, whatever they were.
the Ghost Twins, whatever.
Yeah, whatever they were, they're all programs. So the one thing that I didn't get to mention is so there are actors in the movie that we did not see. We did not see Christina Ricci because she's in the film, and we did not see Jada Pinkett Smith because she's in the film as she returns as Niobe.
Well, we might have got a glimpse of Christina Ricci's character. So there's a scene where Trinity breaks off into like multiple people, and one of those people they're saying it looks like Christina Ricci, but
It kind of does, but it also looks like the girl from Game of Thrones and Iron Fist, Jessica Henwick, because she's the girl with the blue hair. So she has a lot of screen time in the trailer. So,
but then again, this all can be a ruse. But kind of jumping back to the website, what was dope about the website when they first dropped the trailer? Actually, before they even dropped the trailer, was that whatever time you logged in, the audio would start off saying like it is now such and such time and blah blah blah. And I was like, holy shit, that's fucking dope. Like, how the fuck did they do that? So every like minute I would go and refresh the page, and the time just fucking kept changing. And I thought that was like that shit was fucking genius for them to do that.
So first of all, it's easy to do. The annoying thing is whoever the fuck had to do like the voice acting.
Oh yeah, that's the part.
That'd be super annoying to have to like literally say like, holy shit, hold on, I'm sorry. As I was talking, I saw that apparently Jessica Henwick is going to be in the Matrix.
I just said that. Yeah.
I didn't even. I didn't hear you.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, she's the girl with the blue hair.
Oh shit!
In the trailer.
She cut her. Oh, okay, that's why I didn't recognize her.
Yeah, that's her.
Hair. Okay.
Yeah, she has that funky hairstyle, but that's her.
So I looked up to see how many. Well, I guess I looked up to see how many minutes are in a day, and there's 100 or 1,444 minutes, but that wouldn't work out because you just have to do. It would be 60 times 12 because he has to do like 12 o'clock, 12:01. But then like once it's PM time, it just starts all over again. He's not doing like military time.
Yeah. I mean,
So I'm trying to figure out how many times would that voice actor have to say the time for them to capture that every minute.
It would be not as much as most people think, but also it had to be whoever programmed the audio. That'd be really good at like doing the audio because like cutting in audio like that because I can say 1, 2, 3 4, 5 up to 12 and then you can edit that however you want. You could probably get all the way. You could actually now I think about it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too right now.
It's just it's up to the program to like edit all. Once I get to like I can count to like 1 to 59 and then 1 to that's it.
Oh yeah,
1 to 59.
1 to 60.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
No, not even 60.
No, yeah, you didn't
never say 60.
Yeah, you say.
Oh yeah,
the only ones you need to say is like the first 1 through 12. You need to say o'clock, and then that's it. You have to say those numbers probably twice, but that's about it.
Then,
or just say o'clock. No, just say o'clock once, and then just add that in. So there's 3 parts to that.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Good. So yeah.
But then like. Well, even if you look at like technology now, like I can be like, Alexa, what time is it? And her voice is pretty good at saying the time. Like it's not. I'm pretty sure that the person who did. Well, actually, no. I think Sirius actually has a person that did the voice. But like, yeah, they just have to say the numbers between like 1 through 12, and then anything from 12 to 59. That's it.
One recording session, and you're done. I gotta hear this from Cronus. So we didn't talk about this last week. Because the news kind of broke. I know you had some words to say about this. So the Nintendo Switch kind of okey doked everybody.
Fuckers, man.
Oh yeah. Talk about this, man.
All right. So one of the features that the Nintendo Switch was missing for like since the launch was Bluetooth audio, and apparently it always could exist on the console, and an update like makes it possible now for you to like hook up your Bluetooth headphones to
So it's built in.
It's always been built in because I think the controllers use Bluetooth, but for some reason they decided not to enable the audio to like headphones. And what's crazy is that it's a huge lost opportunity for them business-wise because, or maybe it's like part of their business model, I don't know. But it literally had companies that would make an attachment to the 3.5 millimeter jack at the top or the top of the thing, or even the bottom, through the USB-C jack that would transmit a Bluetooth signal to make it possible for you to pair it to your Switch. But apparently the capabilities were there the whole time, and with the latest update with the Switch, they enabled the feature of Bluetooth audio with the Switch. I'm like, bruh, this is fucking years, and why aren't you doing like? And don't get me wrong, like the Switch is cool. I love my Switch. I love the capabilities of it. Yes, I know that it does not have all the capabilities of a PS5 or an Xbox Series X or whatever, but it has features that those other consoles don't. So that I enjoy, and the fact that they were like literally hiding features from the masses, it's like, come on, Nintendo. Another thing that I have a problem with Nintendo is like their whole like friends list thing is fucking ridiculous. You have to have like a friend code. Wake the fuck up, Nintendo. You don't need a fucking friend code. Like, if you want to have a friend code, encode it into the person's fucking username.
Yeah.
Like, stop making it where I have to put in some crazy fucking string of characters to link up with my friends. Like, you're literally making this more difficult for me to enjoy the game with my friends. Yeah, it was disappointing to hear that they had the feature the whole time, and they tried to enable it.
It was funny, like when you posted and said that, like, oh, the Switch had Bluetooth all this time. The first thing that popped in my head was the theme song for Agatha from WandaVision. And I was like, Nintendo had Bluetooth all the time.
It was Agatha all along. She prevented them from updating Bluetooth. That's awesome. I feel like they keep shooting themselves in the foot when it comes to online play every time. I don't get it.
Bluetooth is such a staple in gaming right now. Like you would think that would be like something that the consumers would want, to be able to hear audio through Bluetooth, so they don't have fucking like cables and stuff hanging down. Like, I mean, look at the iPhone. They got rid of the fucking headphone jack, which was a dumb move in their part. But like, yeah, they got rid of the headphone jack because the majority of people use Bluetooth.
I mean, yes, but no. I think part of the issue is that Nintendo's core audience, it spans a large audience, right? So
that's true.
Yeah, a lot of them are still kids, you know. So, and it's age appropriate for like most Nintendo games.
Yeah,
and I think that most kids don't really give a shit about, you know, Bluetooth audio. If I told my daughter, hey, you know, she's 4, almost 5, hey, you can have wireless headphones, she'd be like, I don't care. Like, just give me my cool unicorn headphones that are plugged in. Like, she wouldn't really care that she plugs it into the Switch and into her tablet. So I get it from Nintendo side, but it's also like, if the feature's there and you know it's there, like, why don't you enable it? Like, why are you hiding features? Could you imagine, like, if you had like a no, I can't even think of like a more ridiculous thing.
Well, I was thinking like how Tesla's, how they have the autopilot, and like literally you have to pay for them to enable it for you. Like it's a feature of the car. Why don't you just fucking have it be a feature of the car?
But this is free. This is even worse. It's already it's free. It's just so dumb. Yeah. It's so.
Well, I know that. I always hear that cell phones have an FM transmitters in them, and like the cell phone companies usually keep that off. But it's like,
so there's like, you have to do funky little things to actually, I mean, it's there, you can access it. You have to do things depending on your phone manufacturer. There are different ways to get to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, I think that this is lost revenue. I mean, they could have sold Bluetooth headphones for those that are older and still, you know, made money off of like, you know, another hardware product. that specifically is designed for the Switch, people would have ate that up. They would have ate that up.
I mean, like they could have done like how Sony does. Like Sony has Bluetooth headphones that matches and got them PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Nintendo could have done that with the Switch. They could have marketed and branded all their different fucking characters. Like I'm pretty sure people would have.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, Mario Bluetooth headsets. Holy shit.
Not even just Mario, but like Princess Peach with like the little fucking crown on top and like
Princess Daisy. Oh dude, Yoshi Bluetooth headsets. You know,
but I can
sold out.
I can imagine the fighting. I can imagine the fandoms of like, because there's like the whole like where Bowser gets the princess's toadstool's fucking crown and he becomes a female or something like that. Like I can see a lot of people fucking around with that.
I could see a lot of cosplayers buying and using that.
Yeah. Oh man.
Perfect.
Missed out revenue.
You could cosplay on Twitch with those headsets. You know how many people? That's like a gold mine there. All that missed revenue, at least from my point of view.
Yeah.
But you know, Nintendo's gonna Nintendo, so I guess. Watch next month. You're gonna find out that it was 4K enabled this whole time. They just had to, add an update. Yeah, it's 4K.
That's not gonna happen.
I know, but it'd be funny if they did. I would fucking crack up laughing, and then I'd be a little sad at the same time. But
yeah,
it's awesome. Someone added this. I'm super interested in this. I think this is Blue. The 30 Days to Halloween movie list?
Yeah, so I
knew it.
Yeah, I added this on here. I wanted to, because, like, a lot of the networks, they do, like, the whole 30 Days of Halloween, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what?
30 Days of Christmas?
No, well, they do Halloween. I think, like, TNT or something. I don't remember who fucking.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know.
FX or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And I kind of wanted us to put together a 30-day of Halloween list. But, like, there's usually 5 of us on the podcast. So we all can do like 6 each and just kind of make our own Halloween list.
Perfect. Hey, where do you want to post this at? Are we going to post this on all socials?
Yeah,
we can totally do this. We can do like a Excel sheet or something. And
well, the reason why I kind of thought of this is because
what is the theme of? Hold on, please.
Horror movies.
Okay.
So usually for Halloween they have like horror movies and stuff like 30 Days of Halloween, and like there'll just be horror movies like Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, like. All of that. I just want to get everybody's like take on what movies would you consider like a great Halloween movie or horror movie.
This is crazy. I'm probably like the minority on the podcast. I'm actually not a horror movie fan.
Oh man, I love horror movies.
I love horror movies.
They're so good.
Yeah, I think like I said, I'm probably the only one that does like horror movies.
Yeah. That's what you know. What? Just pick the ones that you've seen and enjoyed or thought were okay, and we'll just fill in the rest.
Yeah, I'll create a Google Doc so we all know like what movies we have, and we'll do like dash and then have your name so that people aren't using the same names over and over again.
That's totally fine. I mean, we can post this wherever. Because I've had me and Matt from Prereq Live, we talk about horror probably the most. I mean, we talked about sci-fi and other stuff, but horror we keep going back to, and he has this. It's like a 4-hour horror documentary, and it's in two. And there's a sequel to it, so we talked about it. I really want to see it. He has access to it. I appreciate it for you sharing with me, Matt. But we've talked about horror numerous times. He has a huge horror list. He goes by decades. He has his favorite per decade since like I think 1970s, maybe even. It's so good. I love talking horror with that guy because we both have similar but not the same taste in horror, and we like our directors and stuff. It's great. I love it. Halloween's always a great time for me. One of my favorites. So I love this idea. I'm totally with it. Just need to wrap in Stitch and Prodigy. We'll probably have a pretty good list, and we can share it with the fans. It's gonna be great.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
I love it.
I have another. Go ahead.
The whole reason why I thought about it was because I was watching. I've been like on HBO Max. They have the Friday the 13th movies on there, so they have all of them on there. And I went back and started watching it again because when they did the remake and they made Freddy a fucking pedophile, and I was like, that's not. I talked about this before, but like that's not my Freddy Krueger. He just fucking kills kids. He's not out there fucking touching them in inappropriate places.
He's not fucking them. He's just murdering them.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. Like, come on.
Oh
like,
God.
He's twisted in that in his head in that realm, not like such a little like psychologically fucking with people. But
He's
no,
not
but like I
touching
went
their
back and
insides,
watched.
he's just stabbing their insides.
Yeah.
Or wait, he's just penetrating their insides. Wait, hold on. He's strangling their insides. Hold on. How's there a better way to say this?
Yeah.
What is he doing to their insides that is not sexual?
Even being in their dreams, that's kind of.
I don't know what to say to that. I don't know. It's so bad. No matter which way you flip this omelet, it's gonna be bad no matter what.
Two of my favorite scenes from the franchise is when Freddy's inside of this one girl who used to do drugs, and like his claws turns into.
Freddy was inside of her, so anyway.
Yeah, he was inside of her. He was inside of her dreams, but like his hand turns into needles, or his claw, or his what the fuck is his claw turns into needles,
Penises?
and he fucking injection. He basically gets her high syringes, yeah. And he stabs her into her track lines or whatever, and like they're like making little sucking sounds. Wow, that does sound fucking dirty. Oh.
Yeah, so her little track marks turn into little mouths.
Yeah,
and he feeds them the syringes.
And then the other one is when where this one girl, she's like doing she's doing not push-ups, she's doing reps. And Freddy's above her, and he's pushing down on her. Damn, that sounds dirty too. He's pushing down on her, and her arms break, and then like all of a sudden, like roach arms come out of her, and she's like running around as they're falling. Yeah. But then like she runs into like this room, and she's like outside the window, it's like another room, and like she falls on the ground, and like she's actually inside of like a roach motel. And Freddy says that classic line of, "You roaches check in, but they don't check out," or something like that before he crashes the box. I always thought that shit was so fucking funny.
Yeah, I remember that scene. Yeah, that's part 4, I think.
Yeah, that's part 4. But yeah, okay, I'll get that list together and I'll post it up in our group, and we can fill that in.
I'm with it. So,
and only 6. No, these are my recommended mentions or whatever. Honorary mentions.
Honorable mentions. Yeah.
Just 6 movies.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's 30.
So we still got more stuff to talk about. I guess big hoopla.
Hold on, real quick before you go there. We're talking about October and because of horror movies and shit. So I'm doing Sober October for October. I've been doing it for the past couple of years. So if anybody's interested in doing it with me, message me at BthanBTI@gmail.com. We're probably gonna do like a weekly video chat. So this is a good way to talk to me. Maybe some of us. I don't know if the rest of y'all are going to do this. Old Ninja doesn't really drink anyway, but I'm going to drop probably all drugs, including caffeine and melatonin. So it's going to be kind of rough. But if y'all want to do it with me and drop all drugs for the month, message me or us or whatever. At BthanBTI@gmail.com, and I'll get you on the list to do some video chats with some other friends of mine and see how we do during the month. So and give you support. So yeah,
nice.
There you go.
And then after October, we have No Nub November, and we'll just have.
It's after Sober October goes No Remember November.
Oh. No Remember November, and then along with No Nut November, because is that even possible?
No.
No Nut November. Well, they do. What is it? It's.
I think
we need to have Prodigy on. He knows the.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's No Nut November, and then there's Destroy Dick December.
There we go. That's what it is. Yeah. That's the thing.
That's how you're supposed to end your year. Prodigy always fails within the first week anyway. Every time. He tries to stay with it, and then he fucks up. So, I think it's funny. I haven't played this game. Everyone's talking about it. I know that y'all have been talking about it because I'm still playing my ColecoVision. Deathloop. Have y'all had a chance to play this game?
Is that out already?
Not yet.
Yeah, apparently it came out on the 13th or something. 13th or 14th. So... but you all see this? This is getting perfect 10s across the board. 9s and 10s.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely... I was looking forward to it. I'm just not going to play it yet. I'll probably play it next month. Yeah, they introduced a whole different, thing with it. I was amazed about. Hold on, give me a second. Y'all
Yeah.
go ahead and talk.
So
So the game, because when I first saw the trailer, it kind of gave me maybe like Max Payne vibe, but no, Max Payne had bullet time and stuff like that, so I didn't.
I think there's bullet time. Oh, Chronos tweaks to that's all. But the thing the thing about Deathloop, this is a multiplayer game. Apparently, you can jump into someone's game and try to fuck them up. You can
Oh,
play.
shit.
So, like one player, I guess you consider yourself the protagonist no matter what. But one person can jump in your game and try to stop you from doing your mission. And I guess there's some weird bullet time, and I guess you can do some quantum time loop jumping type shit.
Like freeze in time type shit.
No, I think you can like teleport, and like I think you can reverse time. I've only seen one gameplay, and that was from like E3 like a year or two ago. It's very funny to me because this is a game that's owned. The company's owned by Microsoft now, but the game came out on PlayStation, so PlayStation players are playing a Microsoft game,
Yeah.
so to speak. I mean, the game was in development long before they bought them, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. But apparently, the multiplayer is fun. The story's apparently pretty cool. They do some very interesting mechanics that I guess nobody has done correctly, and this game apparently does. So, I mean, this could be it. Apparently, this might be one of those, with all the scores that it's getting, 9s and 10s, like almost every outlet, this could be like game of the year for a lot of folks.
Like I remember when they announced it that I think it was either E3 or game developer conference, but I remember the trailer like it not having any graphics. It was just like black and orange. That's all I remember. Like it wasn't very. There was no details to the game, but like the fact that you can jump back and forth in time and like kind of replay stuff. It looked like a dope game, but I seriously haven't seen anything since then. But now that the game's out, like I'm looking up the trailers right now to see exactly how this game is looking because I mean, yeah, it's getting 9s and 10s like across the board. So it's got to be dope if that's what's going on.
Apparently, it is dope. And from what I saw a cinematic, like an in-game cinematic trailer where they had like the funky, like 70s music playing, and it's like a spy versus spy type thing. And I guess if you die, you get reset, and then the mission parameters kind of change, I guess. And they were showing like there's different ways to traverse the area, and then while there's another player, they could be camped out and they end up sniping you in the face because you don't know where they're at, you don't see them or whatever. Or you can have a full-on like gun battle with the other player as well as NPCs running around. So it looks pretty interesting. I guess there's already sequels planned. From what I understand, this might be a timed release because right now it's exclusive to PlayStation 5. This may release for PC and Xbox later next year.
Well, I think that I think that it's available on Steam.
I don't know if it's
right?
on Steam yet. Maybe it is, but this will be definitely. I guess this will be multi-platform later in the date, but for now, yeah. So it is. Yeah, so it's on PC and PlayStation 5.
Okay, yeah, so it is on Steam.
So okay, yeah, this is going to be interesting because this is the Bethesda Softworks. I mean, Nintendo bought Bethesda, so they probably had them port it to, So I mean, all these people talking shit, you're basically giving Microsoft more money. Just saying.
Yeah, basically.
So this should be interesting to play. I mean, I'm looking forward to playing it, but I still have my ColecoVision that I'm still playing. So I was hoping that one of y'all got a chance to play it, but not yet. But I'm looking forward to checking this out for sure.
Yeah, I've been thinking about because like you guys in the group chat, everybody keeps talking about it, and the reviews look fucking great. But I'm actually thinking about probably picking up the game because I'm looking at the gameplay right now, and it actually looks pretty fucking fun. It looks like the gameplay I'm watching looks like a arena type game, so it looks like you're fighting against other people. But if you're playing like a story mode and people can fucking jump in and fuck up your shit, like that just sounds like fun altogether. Like I wouldn't mind like jumping into somebody's game and just fucking up their speed run or some shit like that. And the fact that you're not just playing against AI, like actually other people, that sounds like fun.
You're playing against one other person. So there kind of was a game like this, but it was single player. It was X versus Sever. It was on the Game Boy Advance, I think.
Wow.
But this is super older, and the multiplayer aspect to this adds a new wrinkle because they start on the opposite side of the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this should be interesting. So yes, this will be a timed exclusive since this was bought. This is a Xbox Game Studios company or a Microsoft Studios company. So, but I mean, that doesn't matter to me. I mean, if it's a great game, it's a great game, whatever platform it's on.
True
and
that.
I'm looking forward to trying to play this, but a lot of people are having a lot of fun. No, I don't have any of the new generation stuff. So
What's wrong with you?
maybe I like living in the past. Maybe I like my ColecoVision. I don't know why y'all hating. Y'all, why do y'all act like y'all didn't start out on ColecoVision too? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was a 2600 kid.
Your game station 4. Forgot about. I'm sticking with my roots.
100? Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, I really want to play the game. I want to play that in Kina.
Oh yeah.
The game
I didn't really. Cool, I guess Kina's only $40.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. It's cool that the price is so low because it looks really good and has decent scores. The only problem that I have generally, before we get into like talking about the game, is that it's digital only for the PlayStation. So, which is weird.
What?
Because I really wanted to get. I don't like buying digital games. I really don't. Like unless you're on like, the PlayStation Plus or Xbox. What do they call it for the Xbox? The Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah, like unless it's like that. Like I don't. If I'm buying a game, I don't want it on digital. I want it physically, especially with having a PS5 and having the limited space with the SSD, which I'll get into in a minute because there's solutions now to that. But before this time period, like we have very limited space. It's like less than 800 gigs to really deal with to like get your games on there. So you having a physical version is another reason for me to like do that. But yeah,
plus also, isn't the digital isn't it the same price as a physical copy? Like there's no.
Yeah, there's really no difference in price, and if the servers go down, I still got my game I can play. So. Yeah,
and resale value too, but
yeah, you can't resell digital games for most games.
Yeah,
almost all games that I know of. I say most because I'm sure there might be some digital games that you can probably resell. I don't know of them, but there's probably some nerd out there angry. Like, I don't know about it. That's why I said there's some, or I don't know most, but whatever.
But sure. I mean, I still think that's kind of weird. Like, why wouldn't you want to try to get this sales? But whatever.
It's a small studio, which is it's. They did a couple of odd things. First of all, our podcast. I'm not disparaging the studio, but we tried pretty hard to get a review copy of the game, and they declined us, which is fine because we know we're not IGN, we're not a large podcast, so it's fine. But also with the digital thing, it's like maybe they just didn't. They were such a small studio that they didn't have like the resources to do all these things. And
yeah, but Hella Games is a small studio, and they still had physical copies.
Yeah, but you never know what they had to go through to make the game.
True.
So
this is true.
Yeah. So I don't know. All I know is that the game looks amazing. The reviews look really good. Everything that I've seen so far with the game looks very good. I look forward to playing it. So I will leave it at that. Like I said, I don't want to disparage the studio because they made a good product, and their business decisions should have been make the game good first. Worry about the rest of the shit later.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That came out yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess apparently at Gamescom, this is going around all over the place that apparently there are rumors, or maybe even more than rumors, that Sony is making a PlayStation 5 Pro with 8K gaming and there's already a rumored price between $600 and $700 and would be released either in 2023 or early 2024.
Okay, so full stop. 8K gaming is stupid. 8K fucking media is stupid at this point in time. So the reason why I'm saying this is that it's the pixel density that it comes down to. This is going to get kind of nerdy. All right. If you really want to take advantage of an 8K TV, you need to have a rather large television. And when I say rather large, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like around 100 inches to really take advantage of an 8K screen. It might be actually larger than that. 'Cause I know that with 4K, like the max, I think the normal size of it is like around 70 or 80 inches. So I'm pretty sure that 8K, hold on. Let me look it up real quick. One of you guys bullshit for a second.
So,
Well, like, I know that, like, I'm mainly talking about like VR, but like, there's one VR headset that uses 4K, and that's the screens on there are really small, but that shit like really, it's almost like you're fucking there.
So you said there's only one VR headset that uses 4K?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, this was like a couple of years ago, so maybe there are other ones that use it, but like, this one looks like a fucking. You look like I have a picture of me wearing it. It's like a fucking. It's like a Batman fucking mask. It's fucking. It's huge. It's probably like twice the size of your fucking head, but it has these giant fucking 4K screens in front of you, and it makes you feel like you're inside the fucking. Like I remember one of the VR the experience that they showed me was like I was able to walk around a fucking like not a DeLorean, but like some kind of super sports car. And like it was like literally in front of me. It was freaky, and there was like no screen door effect. Like it was like I was there. Other than the fact that like the weight of it was pretty fucking heavy, that kind of keeps you from feeling like you're in that. It keeps you from feeling like you're in the goddamn Matrix, basically. But yeah, like 4K is like it all depends on the size of the screen, because if it's too small, it's kind of pointless. But like if it's too big, then you're kind of looking at the pixels.
So yeah, 4K TV, I guess you need at least 50 inches and above to enjoy.
That's what she said.
Damn. So yeah, I can imagine.
So with the
go ahead.
TV, I'm doing like really quick research. I believe that it's supposed to be 88 inches. That's around like the optimal size, like the smallest size you can get, that you should get for an 8K TV, and that's rather large. 88 inches is fucking like diagonally. It's really big.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people are really.
Like
it's the same thing when it comes to like phones. When people are like, "Oh, I got 4K on my phone." Bitch, your phone is like 7 inches, maybe 8. Like you don't need like 1080p is fine. Like, I don't. People, they don't understand the way technology works. Like your human eye cannot really discern things that are that small. So
holy shit,
when you're packing all this shit on like a really small screen. So don't buy into the 8K hype. Unless 8K TVs get like super cheap, which they're not going to for at least the next 3 to 5 fucking years.
Yeah.
And you would still need a really big, like the TV that I have, like on my I'm not gonna turn my. Actually, I can turn it a little bit. But this TV right here, like this right here is 55 inches, and this takes up a substantial amount of the wall. Okay?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, mine is the same. I have a 55 inch, and this covers a very substantial portion of my wall.
Yeah, so when you talk about 88 inches, like diagonally, like it's I don't think people understand how big that is. Only 8 inches in feet.
So actually, so CNET has resolutions explained. They actually show you the dynamic difference between starting with 720p and up.
Yeah.
And there's a huge gap between 4K and 8K.
Yeah.
Because it's multiplicative. So I'm gonna share this in the chat.
Go ahead. Put it in the. You can also share your screen if you want to.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You want to put it here? Okay. I'll
put it here.
So the company I had mentioned earlier that did the VR that does 4K, they actually do 8K now too. So it's the name of the company is PMax, which is it PMax or Pimax?
I mean, you can do it, but it's just it's the pixel density is like it's so dense that your human eye is not going to be able to tell the difference between for most screens. Like I said, unless you want a gigantic 8 inches is like more than 7 feet.
Oh my God, this guy has an 85-inch TV. There's a picture from the link that I shared of the guy standing next to an 85-inch 8K TV.
Yeah.
This thing's probably, if you stood this next to him, this is probably as tall, if not taller than him.
Well, is there even an infrastructure to support 8K? Like, you can't watch Disney Plus don't have an 8K feature on there or Netflix or anything. Like, you
No, not yet.
Hold on. So no, but yes, because where the consumer goes, the market will grow. So if enough people buy 8K TVs, then yeah, they'll make 8K content. It's the same thing with 4K. Like when 4K came out, I was like, 4K is like pretty substantially dense with like pixels. And when 4K first came out, it didn't make any sense for any person to get a 4K TV unless you had HDR, like a real HDR TV, because it actually changed the color gamut, right? It was way more vibrant. But for most people, they wouldn't tell the difference. And with 8K, there's no new HDR thing that I've heard of yet that's gonna give me a reason to get an 8K TV. So if you're listening to this podcast, my recommendation is, if you see an 8K TV, just take a pass on it for a couple of years. 4K is fine for now. 4K is gonna be fine for probably the next 10 years, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Because most people, they don't have the bandwidth. First of all, if you're gonna stream an 8K fucking show, if they start making 8K shows, and you're on goddamn Comcast and you're on copper fucking wires, you're not gonna be able to watch fucking 8K. You're not. I'm on fiber. I have a gig pipe. I can probably watch 8K, but at the same time, that's like a substantial amount of my bandwidth. So, and I have to buy a way larger. Like, I'm not gonna watch an 8K. If I had an 8K TV the size of mine right now, which is like 55 inches, it'd be a waste of money. I would just 4K is fine. Ideally, like this TV should be 65. I think actually this might be actually 65. I can't remember the actual size that I bought, but it definitely wasn't 88 fucking inches. So just do some research and see, like, first of all, can you afford an 8K TV properly sized? And then second of all, do you have the bandwidth to actually bring in 8K content? And then third of all, where's the 8K content at?
So on How to Geek, they say that what is it? For a single 8K stream requires a minimum of 50 megabytes per second connection.
Oh yeah, that's high. Yeah, that means you gotta pay extra for that shit, and a lot of people aren't gonna be doing that.
Not for me, because I got fucking.
If you have Comcast, like they have like a data cap. I mean, they don't have a data cap, but you only get 2 terabytes a month, so you're gonna blow that shit real fucking quick. That's like, I don't know, like 2 movies, maybe.
But also, there's no 8K content. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say there's no. There's very little 8K content.
Is IMAX 8K? Is that?
I think IMAX is more than 8K, but
yeah.
What is this? Yeah. What was the other one I was thinking? I don't even think a lot of. So I know Disney Plus offers 4K, but I don't know if HBO. Oh yes, HBO Max does, but not for everything. No. Very select films, or I don't even think they even have shows in 4K, but they have very select films that are in 4K. Disney Plus has a lot more movies and shows in 4K, but you have to pay extra for the 4K stuff.
So if you want to be technical, IMAX 1570 film, the native resolution is up to 16K. But the screen is the size of the real IMAX screen is the size of a fucking side of a building.
It's
so
like what, 2 stories or
IMAX.
1 story?
Yeah, it's quite large. So
yeah, I can't remember if it's 1 story or 2.
Yeah, people are full. I think it's actually more than 2 stories. Because people are full about like fake IMAXs, because there's a whole bunch of fake IMAXs out there.
Yeah.
But the real IMAX, this is how you know a real IMAX, and I've said it many times on this podcast. A real IMAX viewing experience is where you go as close as you can to get to the screen, and you can't jump to get there. And if you did jump, you would fall and be
Dead.
seriously injured, or dead.
Or dead.
'Cause there's a
If you
fucking
went
cliff.
head first, you're dead.
Yeah.
Your neck's breaking. I've almost made this mistake because I was like at the edge because there's the one in Dublin here, and I went to the edge. And I'm like, holy shit, this is a fucking drop. Like, there's nothing here but empty space, and there's a floor. And if someone falls, you went feet first, you're breaking your ankles and probably your knees.
Yeah.
You
So
went head first, your neck's broken.
just to tell you, a real IMAX screen is 23 meters, which is 75 feet in length, and I think in the height is pretty close to that. So, yeah, it's like you'd have a bad fucking day if you fell off the cliff.
And plus, if you think about like seating wise too, like a real IMAX theater can seat like hundreds of fucking people. If it's like maybe like 50 or something, that's probably not a real IMAX. I think what they have in some of these theaters that they call IMAX is it just mainly comes down to the fucking sound. You get an IMAX sound experience.
Yeah, I can't fucking stand fake IMAX theaters. It makes me viscerally angry when I walk into somewhere and it's just like, it's a big screen, yeah, but it's not an IMAX.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, all of us in the, all of us in this podcast, when IMAX first came out, we saw it in at Great America.
Great America.
Yeah, like super long time ago, like way before this was even like a real thing. The first time I watched it was like some crazy nature fucking show. I think it was about volcanoes or something like that. Like it was the Ring of Fire.
Yeah, it was Ring of Fire.
It was amazing. And when I saw like fake IMAX is getting passed off as like real IMAX, I'm like, this is not a real IMAX. This is not the same experience at all. Oh, hold on. There's only 10 to 20 theaters worldwide that show real IMAX films.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. That's amazing.
Well, I know the one at Great America. Wait, actually, yeah, I don't think that one's there anymore.
Real IMAX. And there's
but it's not there anymore. It's gone.
Oh, is it gone?
I think they
Fuck,
tore.
that's sad.
I don't know. I haven't been to fucking Great America in
me
fucking years.
But there's one in San Jose too, but it's the IMAX Dome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's at the Tech Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they
dope
showed
experience.
the Clone Wars there, episode 2. Attack of the Clones, I should say.
Did they do like? Did they show all of them? Like they showed like the.
I think they only showed 2 because I don't think
okay.
episode 1 was in IMAX, but that thing was sold out like every showing. Every showing, I was like, what the hell?
Well, I know that the here over in Newark, that one I believe is a real IMAX theater because that fucking screen is huge and it's got like it's got the drop.
No, the one in Newark, I don't believe it is a real IMAX. I have to remember, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Let me see, because I know it's pretty fucking big.
It is big, but it ain't that big. That's what she said.
Damn.
Yeah, the Tech Museum has a really cool, like, they have a dome IMAX thing, which is, it's good enough for me because the screen is so big that you have to look around because it's a dome. Like, you literally have to look around as whatever they're showing is showing. Oh shit, we could do a private event there.
Oh wow!
80 seats.
There you go.
All right, let's move on or wrap up. Maybe we're getting
close. It is a little on the late side. If you guys want to wrap up, I'm okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you guys want to talk about the what if stories, but we can probably talk about that next week.
Yeah, let's. We can save it for next week. Let me just look at the rest of this. Yeah, that's. I think we're good.
All right.
Well, I guess Prodigy brought us in. It's gonna take him out.
All right,
yeah,
so
now we're stuck.
Ninja, what you got?
So I'm gonna be watching me some.
You got to be last.
Oh, sure.
The outro. Sorry, man.
Sure. No, it's all good.
I forgot, then I remembered. Blue, what do you got?
So I did a quick little photo shoot with EBG, the CEO, founder, the head honcho in charge came over by my place and did a photo shoot of some of their upcoming candles, which Cronus is displaying right now. Yeah, they got some new flavors. They got some new sips coming out, and let me tell you, they are I don't know how they fucking come with this shit because like the shit just it smells great. It smells real. Like I was talking with her and she was mentioning how like there's a little change in the formula and like the what they have coming out soon is fucking fantastic. Like even like the emblem on the fucking candle itself is fucking dope. Like she had it shipped from fucking Nigeria or from like Egypt. I can't remember where she said. I think she said China, but I want to say it came from
China.
Egypt. But anyways, like yeah, the logos that's on there, it looks fucking dope. So I'm editing pictures for that right now. Little baby Bash. I go back to work soon, so my parental paid leave ends soon. So we're looking to getting him to daycare. So I have like a few daycares I'm looking at. So hopefully I can find one soon. But yeah, just watching him just continue to grow and like, right now we're introducing him to solid foods. And today I made him, I had a sweet potato with cinnamon. He had shrimp and cucumbers. And that little kid fucking devoured that shit. Like this kid loves to eat. And I'm really excited about that. Shout out to my little brother. His birthday's coming up. My little brother, I think it goes by the Dragon. Yeah, I think that's his name. But yeah, his birthday's coming up. He's actually going to go to Disney World for the first time. Like I did it a couple years ago. I went to Disney World for the first time, and he's going. So he's looking forward to that. But one interesting thing I did not know about him is that he's a huge fucking Harry Potter fan. I would have never. If somebody put a gun to my head and tell me something your brother like geeks out about, I'm like, Drew Hill, they would have shot me dead in the head.
So he's probably going to Universal Studios then.
Well, he's going to both. He's going to Universal Studios for 2 days, and then he's going to Disney World for the other 3 or 4 days or something like that. But yeah, happy birthday to him. He's on the podcast every now and then, so if he's listening now, happy early birthday. But yeah, that's about it for now. Back to you guys.
All right, so shout out to my sister. She's gonna turn the big 50 this Sunday. So
right on.
yeah, I need to go and see her hopefully this Sunday.
Oh yeah,
this Sunday.
Your sister's birthday is the same as my brother's birthday, the 26th.
Oh, is it really? Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. So yeah, obviously the creator of ABG, which is they make candles and oils and all kinds of shit, and they actually listen to feedback. I was one of like their beta testers for their body butter, and I had some feedback, and they listened, and their new formula is excellent. So, and with their candles, they've always been excellent, and they changed some of their wicks, which has been great, to be like smokeless and wooden, which is really good. So we also have a promo code that we'll put in the description, where you'll save some money on ordering from bgoilandcandles.com, which is great. So yeah, my youngest daughter started kindergarten this week, which has been a transition because I just did like an episode about aging on Balance Exchange, about how aging kind of sucks, and it's kind of good because you get wisdom and shit. But this is when it kind of sucks, is when you're raising your kids and you get less and less time with them. And so it started with pre-K or preschool for our youngest, but now it's like it's gotten ramped up in a way that I wasn't prepared for, because now she's gonna go to school between like 8:30 in the morning and 5:30 in the evening. And I'm used to like having her like Thursdays and Fridays like me and her time. Like yeah, she would go to like preschool between like 12:45 and like 3:45, but like the rest of the day was just me and her. It was great. And now I have free time again, and it's gonna be hard for me to not be sad and do something. So I have to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do tomorrow after I drop her off. I'm gonna work out and do something else, I guess. Some yard work or some shit. I don't fucking know. I'll keep you posted though.
House maintenance.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe I'll get back into like riding a motorcycle or something. I don't know because I have 2 bikes and I don't ride them anymore. Anyway, that's all I got. Oh, Ninja, what you got? Take us out of here.
Not going to be doing as anything too much exciting, but because of Ghost of Tsushima, and so I wasn't aware that they released a new multiplayer mode.
Iki
So
Island and the Rivals mode, right?
yeah, so I
Yeah,
played the Rivals mode, which was
it's
interesting.
interesting.
If you play Destiny, it's basically Gambit mode, but
Mm.
done for Ghost of Tsushima. It's like almost the same mechanics. It's pretty fun. It is kind of challenging. They introduced like some new um, leveling up features in order to get your gear score up higher. So you get cursed stuff. There's some people that I've been talking to, like B-Boy. They want to do the raid because I never finished the raid, so we're probably gonna do the raid sometime this weekend. I've been playing a lot of the Marvel stuff, or Marvel's Avengers,
Wait,
just to make Prodigy mad, so I can post it on his stuff, just to troll.
did you play the
Um,
Did you play the beta for Vanguard, Call of Duty?
no, no,
Oh, I did.
I'm not.
It's actually it was decent. Yeah.
I'm more excited for Battlefield this year, and plus, so we didn't talk about it, but Blizzard stepped in. There's more shit happening with Blizzard Activision. Like, I guess the SEC is opening a case, so they're going to be investigating them now.
You said the SEC,
They're this what is Securities
Securities
and
and Exchange Commission.
Exchange Commission? Yes, they are investigating Activision Blizzard. They're going to if they haven't already, they're subpoenaing their CEO. I guess someone else quit. One of the top executives quit again. So there's just more shit for them. I'm probably not going to be supporting their Call of Duty this year. I'm definitely going to be playing Battlefield 2049
It's
for
honestly
like 100%.
it seems to be more on the Blizzard side than the Activision side. So, which is amazing to me because I'm a huge Blizzard fan. It's very sad.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to. I guess there's a beta pretty soon for Battlefield because it got pushed from October to November, which is fine by me. Just polish it up. I'm still expecting it to be kind of wonky when it launches, but
You're expecting a shitty game.
no, I'm expecting to be have shitty online connections. I expect the game itself to be pretty decent,
But if
but
you can't connect, I mean, that's kind of shitty,
yeah,
right?
it'll be shitty for like a few days. I expect it to be ironed out, hopefully within a day or so,
I
but
like how
we'll
you
see
have
it. But
low expectations. Why don't you have a
uh,
girlfriend, on Ninja? You should just keep lowering the expectations.
no, well that you know what? Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna be playing some. I'm gonna be watching some Visions for sure. StarWars Visions. I'm gonna watch all that shit, and then probably just be chilling, working a bit. But that's kind of about it. Nothing super major, at least not this week.
Sorry. Hey, real quick. What I just said to you was like crazy rude. Sorry.
Yeah, I hear it all the time. I'm
Nah, yeah,
not really
still.
phased.
I know, but I just realized what I said was fucked up. So sorry, man.
It's all good. All right, we all settled up. So everyone else, users experience Black and Black times Infinity.
Infinity.
Thank you, podcast on the internet. Whoa, that was coming. Check us out anywhere and everywhere with BthanBTI. It's BthanBTI. Anywhere on the internet, you can email us at BthanBTI@gmail.com, especially if you're interested in doing Sober October. Don't forget about if you're interested, email us. Just put Sober October in the subject line. There you
Yeah.
go. And then write to Cronus that you're willing to take part of that. You can check our official website, binheadproductions.com/BthanBTI. Check us out every Wednesday night, 8:30 Pacific time. We go live on YouTube. For now, I think we might be switching up or simulcasting somewhat in the future. We'll see. But for now,
I think it's coming.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wednesday, 8:30 Pacific, 8:30 Pacific Wednesday. Just remember. And then on Amazon, there's an app you can download that you know that we are live and direct. There you go.
All right. We are out this bitch. Peace.
Later.